So Roman Reigns has been destined for big things in the WWE since he was back with the Shield, according to CM Punk, because you got to make Roman look strong, and I want to talk about him. And hopefully, maybe I make him look strong in this video. Who knows? But the reason that I wanted to talk about this is because a lot of people are giving a lot of hate to Roman, man. Everything I see nowadays is hate on Roman, that he's not good in singles matches, that he's just a horrible character and all this stuff, and he can't wrestle, and he's not fun to watch. He's got no personality. One of the big ones especially is he's not good in the singles matches. He's had like two. Just so we're clear, I just want to be very clear on this. He had a feud with Randy Orton, got injured before his Seth Rollins feud, and that's all we've got to see of him. So the more you keep telling me somebody doesn't have charisma, they don't have it, they don't have talent, we haven't got a chance to see it. I can't say whether Roman Reigns has it, he doesn't have it, because we don't know, because he was injured. Well, a big vocal portion do not like Roman Reigns, and a lot of people probably are not a fan of him. There are a lot of people that do like him, and he does get a reaction. When his music hits, there are a lot of people, when he cocks his hand to go for that Superman punch, they have a reaction. That's what the WWE is, having a reaction. If WWE went off of, oh, we don't like this guy, blah, 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 he would be out of the company. John Cena would have been out of the company 7 years ago. So please, don't give me that. In the case of Roman Reigns, the reason we don't like him is because he's being force-fed upon us. It's not that the superstar that we fell in love with. It's not the superstar that grew and became popular because he was getting himself over. He was getting popular because the WWE was trying to get him over. And as fans, I know we don't like oftentimes to have things forced down our throats. We like to have things come about naturally that we can get engaged into. The best example I can give is Kevin Owens down in NXT. It's a simple, real feud. It brings out Kevin's personality. I want to fight people. That's what I do. I fight people. That's Kevin's thing. Roman's thing, we don't know what it is because he hasn't really done anything. So the more we continue to bash that he can't do this, that he can't do that, it's a shame. Because there's a lot of guys that get repackaged into gimmicks that work. I mean, Cena, the hustle, loyalty, respect, we all love that character, but then look at the Cena that we have now. That character went on to be a multi-time champion, the face of the company, the guy that sells the most merch, the Make-A-Wish guy, and I know wrestling fans don't like that. The wrestling fans want the PWG holy shit spot moments. They want the guys that can go out there, do everything high-flying, crazy, exhibition style, and to see basically guys kill themselves out in the ring, and anybody that's slower is boring. You know, back in the day when there was real wrestling, a lot of the kids that complain now about wrestling, and I went back and I watched some of these old matches between some of these bigger guys, the big matches that always got hyped all the time, and, you know, the very limited moves they used and how slow they were and how many wrist locks and neck holds they were put into and, you know, how much more technical wrestling there was. Yeah, Roman can't do a lot of the big high-flying stuff that Daniel Bryan, even guys like Justin Gabriel, Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, hell, even some of the divas, a lot of the superstars in the WWE, they just can't do that high-flying stuff, and that's not necessarily a problem. And I know a lot of people get mad because Vince likes these big guys like Mason Ryan, Big Show, Roman, The Rock, Brock Lesnar, the guys that have that physique of a wrestler. But at the same time, yeah, you need those guys. You also need those more athletic guys. But a little guy as champion of your company, man, I don't know if it's as believable. Now, there's nothing wrong with a little guy. There's nothing wrong with a guy like Daniel Bryan be the champion because I love Daniel Bryan. I think he's the best. I think Daniel Bryan got cut down because of his injury, and he could have went places, and it could have possibly been a bigger year for him. But in the case of Roman Reigns, we just don't like change because it's being fed upon us, and he's being forced to look strong. I mean, look at the Royal Rumble. Look at everything he's gone through. But it's like the Wyatt family. When the Wyatt family debuted, they went into SummerSlam. They had the Inferno match against Kane. The one thing that we saw was Bray Wyatt got the attention. Bray Wyatt got in the singles matches. Bray Wyatt went up against Kofi Kingston. And then for a couple months, he took a back seat, watched Eric Rowan and Luke Harper do their thing. And then eventually they would go on to big six-mans with a Shield, make some very, very interesting things to watch. And then eventually they broke up into a singles career, possibly reuniting eventually down the road. And we kept seeing more and more. When the Wyatt family were together, we hardly saw anything from the Wyatt family because it was usually Bray that did most of the stuff. Eric and Luke just did little things. Now every week we see these big moves that Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are doing. And we go, holy shit, these guys can probably actually wrestle. So before you continue to keep knocking Roman that he doesn't have it, he doesn't have what it takes, how do you know? Because we haven't seen what Roman Reigns has. We haven't seen what Roman Reigns can do because he's only had 1 or 2 singles matches. And I know, usually when a guy comes into the company, you know he has it right from the start. You can tell. I get it. I know. It's hard to be patient in WWE with all the things going on with 3-hour Raws, especially when you got a 3-hour Raw and you got the guys that you like when they're constantly being shit on by the authority or constantly getting pushed down our throats. But at the same time, they need to build stars. Daniel Bryan came apart naturally. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, they're all getting built right now, and I think they're doing a pretty good job of building them. So if they're giving all us those natural build superstars, the guys that we're falling in love with, what's wrong with having 1 or 2 superstars forced down our throats? What's wrong with WWE trying to protect their interests and build what they want? It's their company. It's just like I said with my YouTube channel. There's a lot of things I do, and then I go through periods of I don't do it because I don't necessarily think that's best for my channel. And a lot of people say they know what's best for my channel, and those same people that gave me advice were usually wrong. And the advice they gave me would have ended up wrecking my channel. So before you continue to give Roman Reigns too much slack, I think too much hate or too much whatever, you have to at least give him a chance. If Roman Reigns goes out there after the Royal Rumble, is mega push into WrestleMania 31, and it's a huge flop, guys, if it's a huge flop, if Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar absolutely kill WrestleMania 31 and nobody likes it, nobody enjoys it, and it's the worst thing ever, well, guess what? That's the message WWE needs to finally change. So don't get mad that WWE's pushing Roman. Be happy. Because if they push the superstar they want and he flops on his face, maybe we'll get what we want. Maybe it's as simple as that. Continue to let your voice be heard. Nobody thought Daniel Bryan would have got the main event. He went out there and he proved us wrong. He made the crowd. He made WWE listen to us. He changed the whole Royal Rumble plans because we got behind him. Imagine the headline of WrestleMania, Roman Reigns gets booed out of the building. I guarantee at WrestleMania 32 is going to be different. I guarantee that even if he is pushed down our throats, even if he does get a reaction, even if some people hate him, if we use our collective voices, not just to constantly bitch about Roman that he doesn't have it, we have to let him try to have it. And when he finally shows us what he has and he doesn't have it, then we can bitch. Then we complain. Then we go on the internet and cause a ruckus because at that point, WWE will even be in a ruckus. They'll be trying to fix it. Well, shit, the plan didn't work. Well, guess what? The plan didn't work last year when Batista came back and won the Rumble. They wanted to push Batista down us. Batista wanted the main event. Well, guess what? It didn't work because we caused the change. We forced the change. We made it impossible to listen. But that's after months and months and months from SummerSlam of letting Daniel Bryan prove to us why he deserved to be in that main event spot. Roman Reigns hasn't gotten that opportunity. So before you hate me, you yell at me, you criticize me, we gave Daniel Bryan over a year, to show us why we love him, why we'd rather have him than Roman. We haven't got a chance to show why we'd rather have Roman than this guy or this guy more than Roman because Roman hasn't shown us anything. So in the next 3 months, Roman, you've got to show me something. I'm on your side right now, but if you don't show me something in the next 3 months, you don't show me that you have it, that you have your family blood inside of you, that you can carry the company, at WrestleMania 31, I'll boo you. And I will get the company, hopefully, to listen and finally get what we want. Who knows? Maybe Roman Reigns is what we want. We won't know until it happens.